everybody, it's Tortimer the Gray welcoming you to an episode of Minecraft Let's Gray. We're going to be starting a little Minecraft series here. I know there's a lot of those here on YouTube, but I wanted to have a Minecraft world available to us on this channel just because there's so many things I would like to do with that Minecraft allows us to do with customization and building and things like that. So things for memorializing our donators and just other cool things I'd like to do. I wanted to have a Minecraft world available, and so I figured I'd start a short series, updating once or twice a week, probably just once starting out, and I figured we'll keep this world going throughout the course of the channel. We'll do different things with it as time goes on. I think to start here, we're going to do a little mini-series on the quest for the dragon, is what we're going to call this first part. And we're going to kind of go in and, we're going to do a regular LP, and our goal is going to be to take out the Ender Dragon. And then once we get to that point, we'll do other little goals along the way, just to kind of keep things fresh. A lot of these LPs for Minecraft continue indefinitely. And we'll do some building, and we're going to set up a homestead and everything, but I think that, I don't know what I would do with this indefinitely, so we'll do a couple of goals here or there, and we'll have this world available to us. Maybe we'll try out some mods at some point, but for right now, we're going to be using vanilla Minecraft. I've got a world set up here, so let's go ahead and create this world and jump right in. Let's see where we're at. This thing's load around us. Looks like we're in a forest biome, extreme hills forest biome, maybe? Where are we? Forest Hills. Yep, so we're in a Forest Hills biome. Cool. Forest is one of my favorite biomes in this area. I don't know, I just like the classic forest look. So for this episode, we're going to basically just kind of do the starting stuff. Let's see, I'm going to get some wood here. We'll start punching trees and get some resources. And then we will we'll try and make sure we're equipped to handle the night. We're going to keep a death counter on this. I'm not playing hardcore mode, but do let me check real quick, make sure we are on hard. Yeah, let me turn the sound up a little bit so you guys can hear what's going on. So yeah, we're not going to do hardcore, but I do want to keep track of the deaths just to kind of, so you and I can kind of see how we're doing. I haven't played Minecraft in a little while since 1.6.2 or 1.6, I guess, since they added the horses and stuff. I haven't played since all that stuff came out. So we'll kind of be figuring out some of that stuff together as well. Well, I'll be figuring it out and you guys will be here, but I'm sure maybe if you guys are interested in Minecraft that you've seen all that before. And I've seen it on some videos, but haven't had the chance to actually do anything with it yet. So looks like we're surrounded by water, looking where we're at. Let's quickly this looks like a little peninsula out here. Let's set up out here for now, and then we'll do some exploring and just kind of see how we're doing. I figure if we got water on three sides, that might be a little bit safer than being in the hills here, where we are potential fodder for mobs and stuff like that. So we're gonna set up some farms and stuff like that. We'll do some exploring. We'll get some seeds here for some wheat, and then we will we'll get a little wheat farm going. We'll see if we can't herd together some animals and things like that. But yeah, so I have to check the frames per second on this. Let's stop just a second. Can I control that in here? I can't really remember. Video settings, graphics fancy, running business far, performance balanced, lighting. I don't really remember. No, all right. So we'll just when I watch this back in editing, we'll see if it feels like the screen's moving a little fast, maybe, but not really sure how that's going to end up looking in post. So let's see. But yeah, this looks like a good little peninsula to set up on. At least we seem to be, at least on this side, kind of surrounded by water on all sides. So I don't know if we've got ocean biomes around us, or if there's land just out of sight. And well, I guess it might still be an ocean biome. But yeah, so we've got some seeds now. That's perfect. And actually, there's sand on that side of the island. So let's go. We don't have any iron for a bucket just yet, so we'll set up some. Yeah, this is good. We've got some dirt right up here next to the water. Perfect. So let us. This is my avatar, my little Tortimer skin that I developed. So that's what we're gonna go with here. Let's convert this to planks. Turn that into a crafting bench. Throw this down over here. All right. So what we need to start with. Let's see. We're gonna do a hoe first, because we'll get this wheat going and then we'll let it grow while we're collecting the rest of this stuff. So do this, do that. I'll take one hoe. Here we go. So let's get some of these seeds going here, and then while we're in the area, we'll get some stuff growing. These wheat takes forever to grow these days. I feel like it takes longer than it used to. But let's get a little plot here. I don't know how much that is exactly. We'll get some seeds here. And while the sun's out, at least we should get some growth going. But again, and they've changed the bone meal mechanics too, from what I've seen. Oh, that's all the seeds we got. They've changed the bone meal mechanics too, from what I've seen. So it's not even insta-grow anymore with that stuff. You'd have to use 3 or 4 bone meal, I think, to get a full-grown wheat. So we'll just let this kind of go. Let's see if we can't find some seeds from this stuff around here. We got 4 more at least. Alright, so that's probably, well, we got some right here. Let's just see. No. Alright, so that's probably good for now. We'll let this grow. Our food's not really depleting just yet. While we're waiting, let's make a pick. Make a pick. We probably won't bother with any other wood tools for the moment, because we've actually got a sheep though. Let's kill this and get its wool. Eventually we'll get some shears so we can do this a little more efficiently without destroying the population of sheep on the island. But ooh, and there's some clay here. Cool. I am interested to try out doing some building with the clay blocks. I've seen some people do that, and I've wanted some better dyed blocks for a while. I was hoping they'd come up with like a paint bucket or something like that, where you'd put dye in a bucket of water or something, and then you'd be able to. Why can't I jump? There we are. And then you'd be able to dye any number of blocks. But they instituted these clay blocks, which is cool. Looking forward to that. We're gonna dig down here a little bit. We'll get some cobble and see if we can't find some coal as well. Just in a little staircase here, and then when we've got a decent amount of cobble, we'll get a furnace and some cobble tools going and stuff as well. And really, there's no reason to make wood tools of anything but a pick. But a hoe we're going to use so infrequently that I wanted to get that wheat going. So we got some cobble here, and maybe we'll if we don't hit some coal before it gets pitch black in here, we'll go back up and see if we can't find some surface coal on this island. We haven't really done any exploring yet, so now we've got 30 cobble there. That's probably good for now. And we'll get some tools and maybe we'll go walk around. Surface coal is going to be, or a cave or something is going to be ideal. So let's get some sticks here. Stuff's back. Alright, so we want a cobble pick. We want cobble shovel. We want cobble sword. And we want cobble axe. There we go. And this hoe will be fine for now. We'll make a new one when we need to. But I don't want to waste the resources on it at the moment. So let us quickly throw this stuff up in here. Sword, pick, axe, shovel. Alrighty. We don't have any food at the moment. We are losing some stuff. So we'll go. Here's some sheep around, but they don't provide us any food at all. Let's see if we don't. I saw some chickens, I feel like, when we first spawned. I'm going to check this. So we are beach. So we do have beach biomes now. Interesting. Very cool. It's been a while since I've seriously played this game. I've done some creative stuff, just kind of doing some test builds and stuff like that. That's one of the things I like most about this game. It does have a pretty cool survival aspect too, but I do love just getting in and building stuff as well. So we do have some chickens here. I'll assume that there's a ton of them, and we've got an egg, and another egg, so we can potentially get some other chickens out of that. But I'm going to imagine that we'll be able to find more chickens. I don't want to completely wipe out the populations of this world. I'm going to try and get most of my food from breeding, so I'm not ravaging the wild populations here. But oop, and we got a cave. Beautiful. And we'll collect some reeds here while we're at it. So a spider and a zombie. Okay, so we've got some stuff going on in here. Oh gosh. We're on the low ground. There we are. Zombies. Hope maybe we can get them to drop some armor. That'd be cool. Maybe we'd have some armor to start off with. Whoop. Wouldn't mind some gold armor. Nope. But he did give us some food. Obviously not ideal, but zombie flesh is good in a pinch. Oh. And this is I think our first peek at the new zombie horde mechanic. If you hurt a zombie, it has a chance to spawn a horde or something like that. So that's kind of cool. Makes the zombies a little more of a threat. Ooh, and we're getting dark already. Yikes. Let's take a quick peek, see if we can't see some coal, so we can make some torches. Yes, a little bit of coal. Beautiful. So we will grab this. We'll make a couple of torches back at our encampment. I want to make sure I'm regenning health. Alright, so a little bit of coal. Good. This cave's kind of nice. Oop. Where'd it go? I don't know how I just lost the interest of that. This could be a good little starter home for us. Let's quickly make a little bit of torches here, just to get our entrance kind of, and we'll use this other piece of coal to cook some of this chicken maybe. Let's light up some of this stuff, just to make sure we don't get jumped unexpectedly, and hopefully there'll be some more coal in here. Yes, a lot of more coal. Alright, perfect. Coal's one of the things early in the game. You need it to cook food, you need it for torches and stuff, especially this first night's always challenging, so let's and I still hear zombies around, and I'm not sure if we've got a spawner. Obviously this whole cave's dark and it's night out now, so could be anything, or another branch to the cave, or whatever it is. But I've got my brightness turned all the way up, mainly for recording purposes. I've watched other people's Minecraft LPs where they're in a cave without torches, and it's like, I can't really see anything at all, which, it happens, but since I don't have a bunch of torches to spam down right now, we'll just leave the brightness up so you guys can potentially... Hey, creeper buddy. Oh, you're pathfinding to me from way over there, aren't you? Yikes. I got some overhead cover here. Ooh, and a mushroom. Nice. Until we find a swamp, that's gonna be a good find. Ooh! Hey there! Ooh. That took a chunk. Alright. Kind of lots of little dips here. It's not very good ground for going against creepers. Alright, let's make some more sticks. There we go. We'll make a nice little bunch of torches, and then we'll spam them around here just to kind of cover ourselves so we don't get any more visitors like that. Let's do we have any blocks? Let's just stick gravel down. Not much use for that till we need to start farming for arrows or something, but not quite there yet. We've only got one string, so we can't build a bow. So I'm not going to really start worrying about arrows just yet. Alright, but our little caves should be nice and lit up now. Here's some more chickens around. Alright, that looks like most of our dark spots. I will kind of just throw that there. Spiders can still get in there, but not super worried about spiders at the moment. This chicken was unfortunate enough to climb in here. Let's get rid of him. We'll throw some of this cobble up here for now. Oh, we do have a shovel. Let's just get some of this dirt. That'll be better than wasting cobble, which we can use for tools and stuff at the moment. Very good, very good. But yeah, so I think I've seen in other LPs or other people's channels where they have had people donate and things like that. They'll do something in their Minecraft. Ooh, we've got a skelly. Where are they? Oh gosh. Oh, they're snipers. Okay, we've got a... Don't want to die. Let's quickly see if we can't get up to a point where we're going to be regenerating health. Alright. That's not going to happen with that, so let's make some space here. I'll make another bench, because I think I left my only one out on that peninsula. Thank you. Alright, so we need a furnace. I do very much like this new mechanic they've got when you're doing stuff in your inventory or in your crafting. Well, I'll just throw this there. When you're doing stuff in your inventory, one of those, or with crafting, if you click and so if I click and drag, it'll evenly distribute the blocks I'm holding across the area there, which is very cool. Not quite as easy to put them all back together, apparently, it looks like. Because I was shift clicking, which was going to try and put it in the furnace, and can't put cobble in the furnace as a fuel. Alright, so we'll grab these chickens. Just need one to get back up where we want to be, I think. Perfect. Alright. What else do we need that we could potentially make while we're waiting for the rest of this to cook? Not a whole freaking lot. Alright, so let's get the last of this chicken. Let's put that cobble in there just so we don't waste the fuel. We'll get some soft stone. Smooth stone. We'll go take care of this skeleton. There we go. There's some arrows. And hey, creeper buddy. I'll regen a little bit more health in case we die there. Alright, so a little bit of smooth stone. We can make buttons and stone bricks and stuff with this. Stone bricks is a cool block that I like to use, but where'd he go? Let's probably down here, right? And... oh, he's hiding back there. Whew! Mining some gravel for us. That works. Alright. Looks like we need to eat again already. Man, having only done really creative in building lately, it's, you know, I haven't been doing a lot of playing on hard for a while, so you forget how quickly you lose hunger and things like that. That, you know, you can starve to death as easily as anything else in these first couple of days. And really, where are these people coming from? I've got this pretty well lit up. You're not getting in from there. Is there some secret? There's a creeper there, but it can't get in. Are they coming from up here? Oh, I forgot to block this off apparently. Oh, but you... no, I guess they can fall in from there. Alright, let's just close that. It seems like we might be on an island. We haven't gotten all the way around. I'm gonna grab a bit more coal here, just kind of clean out this little cave, and then we will meet back at the homestead. Alright, I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we're back here on our peninsula, and I found a little friend waiting for us. We put him in a little... let's get out of that. Put him in a little hole here. Get my HUD back. So we're going to name this guy Fluffy. When we find a name tag, he's going to be Fluffy. We've got a sheep as a pet in our Cube World series, and his name is Fluffy. And this little white sheep was just kind of hanging out on my peninsula while I placed down some of our reeds and put down a couple of wheat and things like that. Was trying to pick up some more seeds and such. And he just kept wandering around. It's like, you know what? We need a little mascot guy here. So we've got Fluffy. And when we find a name tag in a dungeon or something, we will put one on him, and he will be our friend throughout the ages. So I think I'm gonna make this little hole our abode for the moment. I'm gonna kind of carve off a room here. Just throw a bed in and a chest or two. We will, and then we're going to do a quick exploration around the island, I think. I think this episode, I like to keep my episodes a little bit shorter, but I think that for this episode, it being the first of the series and kind of wanting to just kind of get the lay of the land on where we're at, I figure we'll do a little bit of a longer one, and then on the next ones, we'll keep them in the shorter range that I want to be in, so... let's see, that should be good. Let me throw a torch in here. Should keep us nice and lit up. Throw a couple down here as well, just to be safe. Don't want anybody spawning in our little temporary base. And I may clean some of this up. This roof needs to be one higher, and I need to put stairs in and all that. But let us, for now... oh, we need an axe. Let's for now move this. Fluffy's gonna stay right where he's at. We will put that right there though. And actually we'll throw a couple of these torches around just to be safe. There's a lot of trees in the forest. I do like this biome, but that's the one thing, especially when you're starting out, is that especially when we're in the hilly forest, there's lots of trees and other things for them to spawn on. Let me throw a couple of these over by our farm too, so they can get light during night and continue to grow. Alright, so there we are. What was I gonna do? We are actually gonna we're gonna go just on an adventure. I'm gonna start off this direction. We kind of went this way when we found our cave. I'm gonna go off this way though, and we're gonna just kind of walk along the shore until we find some more land connecting. don't think that'll take too long, or it'll either it probably won't take too long for us to find more land, but if it does seem like land's being scarce, I think we'll find quickly that we're on an island or something. So I think I saw another couple sheep here. I'm not gonna kill Fluffy, but I am gonna kill these guys because I want to get at least 3 wool so we can make a bed, and we'll put that in our little home. And I don't need to kill anymore. I don't really need wool besides for a bed. We're going to get a pretty hefty sheep farm going, though. We've got the dyed clay, but I want to kind of save that more for building. I'd like to do some pixel art and stuff here in our world, little monuments and things like that. So I figure we'll use wool for some of that stuff and leave the clay, since that's a more... It's not really a renewable resource. We have to travel and find that and harvest it and smelt it and all this other stuff. So, we do have pigs. Awesome. I may kill one of these real quick just to get some pork, because our chicken's running low already. We have a couple more, but let's just got a little good. A couple pork, 3. Very nice. Get some XP where I got 7 levels from... That's mainly from mining the coal there, but a lot more chickens. I got a nice little bay here. This is a cool place. Trying to think of how I want to set up our base. Lots of chickens. This is good. Nice, plentiful. Leave the rest of these. We've got some, so don't want to wipe out the islands. Well, I don't know if it's an island. I'm thinking it's an island since we're seeing lots of water, but I don't want to wipe out the world's population. Just in case they're difficult to find, which they shouldn't be. We go into more biomes and chickens will pop up. They're usually pretty plentiful. But I've been on maps and seen videos where, animals are very, very scarce. So I want to try and maintain the natural population as much as I can, and I'll do my own breeding once we get to the point where we've got little farms going. But that'll be some time still, probably. Ooh, it's getting dark again already. How long do days last in Minecraft? I've gotten used to playing Cube World, and the days last like 2 hours, each cycle, so it's 2 hours of day, 2 hours of night, which admittedly night feels forever, and so it's nice that it's not quite that long here, but still, it seems like we're flying through these days. I can't really remember how long they're supposed to last. I feel like it was supposed to be like 20 minutes or something, but it's been shorter than that. So okay, so we're still walking along shore here. Out of food now. That was dumb. This spider's gonna attack us, which is... We've got a couple of arrows. Might be nice to get some more string. And we have 3 string, actually. Let's quickly get both of our crafting tables on us. Don't have any sticks. Get this out of here. There we go. 3 string. Alright, so we've got a bow already. We've only got 2 arrows, but... it's good. We've got a bow. That'll be handy in a pinch. Threw all my torches down at our homestead, so we'll be able to see it when we get back to it. But we don't have any really to spam around the island. Well, I keep calling it an island. Looks like an island. I did a little bit of peeking. I haven't done a full tour yet, but I did a tiny bit of peeking out around where I was on my way back to my homestead from that cave, and a couple more arrows. Bow coming in handy. Did a little bit of peeking from where I was, and looks like water all around. So, and as we're walking, more and more convinced that we're on an island. Oh, don't really want to go up against a creeper on the low ground. Let's get up a little bit, more into the woods. All right, let's do a tiny bit of sprinting. just because we don't have any armor and we have stone tools with no enchantments. We are gonna die if we just continue to try to take these guys on. So, yeah, I'm feeling, since I haven't seen any land. Oop, that might be, I'm not sure what that is. I haven't seen it. It looks like it's connected though. I haven't seen any land out in the water, so that makes me feel like we're surrounded by a big ocean biome, which would spell. Oops, seeing some light. So we're either back at our homestead or the cave. I guess I left the cave lit up. Where are we at? Thinking this is the cave. Yeah, so that's the cave, which means our homestead's right over here. So yeah, an island decently sized, not huge, but not too small either. But you could make this our kind of our base of operations, which would be cool. That actually is really cool. I like that. So we're in a little forest, hills, island kind of deal, and I am okay with that. Like we've got some sand with beaches without being in the desert. I'm gonna try and sprint past these guys, which I may or may not be able to. Oh gosh, may or may not be able to do. Running out of food. All right, beautiful. So yeah, back at our homestead. That was a pretty quick little tour. And we'll explore more of the island next time. But for now, let's come in here. Let's throw down one of our crafting tables. I like to have one at my base and one to carry around. Let's quickly make a bed. You're Fluffy out there getting all excited. So we've got our bed. We should be able to sleep. And alright guys, I will see you next time. This has been Tortimer the Gray. Hope you've enjoyed Minecraft. Oh, I woke up too quickly. Darn it. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup around here. Get some food going, stuff like that. And then we will do some more exploration of our island and see if we can't get maybe some armor going. I don't know. We'll do some more exploring next time, get a little more established. Thank you guys for watching. As always, leave some comments and feedback, likes, subscriptions, whatever you guys feel like doing. And I will see you guys next time. People like to do this. See you guys next time.